Man, early in the morning, let's do some schoolwork. Let's log on, see what type of work I have to do today. Okay, so the Dolphins got Tyreek Hill. Welcome back, everybody, to Iron Sports. My name is James Arm. Today we're talking about the Tyreek Hill trade to the Miami Dolphins. A lot of picks trading here. I believe it was 29 overall, which is the big one. The second round pick was number 50 overall. This year, fourth. A next year, fourth, and a next year, sixth. So the Chiefs getting a lot of picks. Dolphins get a star wide receiver to pair up with Jalen Waddle, and this is the last chance for Tua. There's three main important things to talk about. Number one, what does this mean for Tua Tagovailoa? The AFC just keeps getting stronger and stronger, but the AFC West gets a little bit weaker for the first time in a while. Before we get into all that, make sure to like and subscribe. Now let's get right into the video. So, Jalen Waddle is a good receiver and is fast. Like, really fast. Good at punt returns. Watch from Alabama. Number 17 in Bama is pretty much the main reason why I got the helmet with 17 on it. Because Jalen Waddle. I like Jalen Waddle a lot. He is going to Miami Dolphins to pair up with Tua, and then they give him Tyreek Hill, one of a huge explosive home run hitters, and the weapons keep getting better. If you look at the Dolphins purely based on weapons, they're better than the Green Bay Packers. Mike Gesicki, Jalen Waddle, signed Cedric Wilson, and now making a trade for Tyreek Hill. The report came out this morning that Tyreek Hill was rumoredly to report seeking a trade. I didn't expect a trade to happen. I expected it to be tomorrow, so they give me time to do a Deshaun Watson video. However, things don't happen like that, do they? No, they don't. However, getting Tyreek Hill to the Dolphins makes their team a little bit better. I just don't think they're a playoff team still. There's still a lot of holes on this team, and Tua, it needs to make this work. And that's another big aspect of this, is Tua needs to make this work. This is Tua's last chance, I believe, because we've seen Teron Armstead. We know he's good. They've made serious improvements to the offensive line. We know that Jalen Waddle was good. They made serious improvements. They went out and got him a running back in Chase Edmonds and Raheem Mostert. Now they're getting him Tyreek Hill. If Tua can't make this offense work, and they are not putting up 30 points a game, I'm not saying every game needs to be 30, right? Mike Daniels, new head coach, new system. But if they're not actively winning games and the offense looks as flat as it does, Tua's going to be benched for Bridgewater like that. Remember, they signed Teddy Bridgewater, who, with the Denver Broncos, won 7 games, and he, had pretty good weapons. I think that could be the same fate here for Miami if Tua doesn't make this work. If Tua doesn't make this work, I don't think they're a playoff team. If Tua can't make this work, they're right there with the Colts, which makes it hard to predict. I don't think they win this division. I think Buffalo is way better. I think the Patriots have gotten way worse this offseason. Not way worse, but the Patriots have definitely gotten worse this offseason, losing Shaq Mason, losing J.C. Jackson, signing Malcolm Butler, Super Bowl hero Malcolm Butler back. But the Patriots definitely got worse. The Dolphins seem to have a really improved offense right here. I just don't think, and their defense was average, but I still don't like what they did to my homie Brian Flores. And I don't know how their defense is going to look with not run Brian Flores' scheme. Because Brian Flores had that defense playing well. It was always the offense and Tua that could never figure it out. They got an offensive head coach in Mike McDaniels. Can Tua make this work? I think Tyreek Hill is going to make a splash. He's going to put up numbers. He's going to help out Jalen Waddle. This offense is going to be fun to watch. It's just, can Tua get it done? Kind of reminds me a little bit of an old Bengals team where they had Chad Ochocinco and Terrell Owens. It was going to be a fun team. If you remember how that team did, they did not make the playoffs, but they were fun to watch. I have a feeling this could be the same fate of the Miami Dolphins, where they're going to be fun to watch on offense. However, I don't know if the holes around them or if anyone else, is going to step up. If Tua can step up and take that next step, which they give him all the pieces to do, then I think they're probably an 11-win playoff team. Or they're an 11-win team that doesn't make the playoffs because the AFC is just that freaking brutal. But if Tua can't make this work, he looks flat. I think Tua's done in Miami. And now for the Chiefs, you kind of get the Aaron Rodgers effect. Aaron Rodgers signed a pretty big contract extension back in 2014, I believe it was. And you start losing stars, and Aaron Rodgers kept carrying you to playoff games. That's because the NFC North was kind of weak. There was one year in 2013 when Packers went 8-7-1, and they made the playoffs, so they won the division. So, they were making playoffs. With the Chiefs now losing Tyreek Hill, wide receiver corps ain't that great. Here's the current receiver corps. Juju Smith-Schuster, good signing. Great signing right there for Juju. Byron Pringle, okay? That's McCole Hardman, he's speedy. Josh Gordon, okay? Okay, and then it falls off there. There's rumors going to sign Marquez Valdez-Scantling, who, what a great guy, what a great option that guy was, going from Rodgers to Mahomes. It's pretty lucky. As a Packers fan, I hope he makes it work. He's really fast. He just had trouble always catching the ball, but he really stepped up in the NFC Championship game. He was hurt this year. He was running really good on the same page with Rodgers, so hopefully he can do that. But he's not going to replace Tyreek Hill. So, Chiefs fans, if you sign MVS, don't let Nick Reich tell you that he's underrated. He wasn't. He was properly rated where he was. He's really good at catching deep balls, but the problem is he just doesn't catch the football all that consistently, and that was always his biggest problem. Can he make it work in Kansas City? If they do, it's good, but can Patrick Mahomes show what he's got? And by the way, they still have Travis Kelce. They still have a pretty big weapon. He's still the best tight end in the league. I said it. Hey, Travis Kelce's best tight end in the league. But I just don't know if they're winning the division this year. I don't even know if they're second in the division this year anymore. Losing Tyrann Mathieu is bad, but Justin Reed is a pretty good replacement. Losing Tyreek Hill is bad. Juju Smith-Schuster isn't the best replacement. Now, you can get receivers, and I think in the draft you should do all that you can to trade up and go get Jameson Williams, the best deep threat in the class. And if he wasn't, I still probably think he's the best receiver in the class, just purely based off potential rating. You get Jameson Williams, you basically get your Tyreek Hill replacement. Even though no one's going to be able to replace Tyreek Hill, the things he can do is just unreal. And everyone in that division kind of went upwards, and the Chiefs have only seemed to go downwards. It's a downgrade from Tyrann Mathieu to Justin Reed, even though Justin Reed is a pretty good safety. It's going to be a downgrade to go from Tyreek Hill to Juju Smith-Schuster, even though Juju Smith-Schuster is a pretty good player. They just don't do the same things. Tyreek Hill is a really fast deep threat, and he can get the ball in his hand. He can just make men miss. And Juju Smith-Schuster is just a good receiver. Right? I don't think they're as scary, and I don't think they're winning the division anymore. They're going to have to fight for that brutal wild card race. I think they get it done. I think they're a playoff team. But I think they might finish third in the division. As of right now, I probably have Chargers, Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders. Or it's Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos, Raiders. Either way, I got the Chargers winning the division now. Because they downgraded, and that's what happens when the cap hits start setting in. The offensive line is still improved. It's still improved. It's still a good offensive line. Defense is fine, but they need edge, they need corner, and now they need a receiver pretty badly. So I think MVS is a good signing for them right there. I think he'll be improved for the Chiefs, but I don't have them winning the division anymore. So last chance for Tua. Miami makes a big splash to hopefully make the playoffs and fight for a wildcard team, even though the AFC is brutal. And I don't think the Chiefs win the division anymore. Quick recap of that. Tyreek Hill getting traded, but hey, the Chiefs get picks, and they got 2 first-round picks this year. So maybe they can use some of that to trade up. Maybe they use that to make a trade for a receiver. Either way, Packers could have probably made a move. But it did make sense to go from that. And Tyreek Hill did get his 4-year, $100+ million extension. So there you go. Well, that is a trade. Pretty big moves. Chiefs get weaker, Dolphins get stronger. Does it make them a playoff team? I don't know. Does it eliminate the playoff Chiefs win playoffs? Maybe. It might. Just depends on if they can get the rest of the receivers in their work. Because again, you can't replace Tyreek Hill's speed. So there's my thoughts on that. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. Like I said in the beginning of the video, make sure to like and subscribe. And of course, thank you for listening.